Perfect. So what is up, guys? How we doing? Men's Weekly Zoom, 10th week in a row. Very happy. This is continuously growing and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Awesome men's movement we got going on right now. Figure, best way to get it started off with our ManDare, with our, brand new men's movement that we've got going on. Nothing better than to have the man himself, Mike Potillo, on to kind of really go in depth. Tell us what we're doing as far as with this men's movement. Lay it out there for us. Mike, we definitely appreciate you jumping on with us this evening, sir. And definitely excited, that's for sure. So if you just want to kind of get us going as far as letting us know, let us know where did this come from? What inspired this men's movement to take place?
Hey, Johnny. Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate that. And, the ManDare came as kind of a project that we were talking a lot about internally. Mark Pentecost, our CEO, myself, and a lot of other men leaders in the company started talking about that they were really involved in the business from a supporting role, but they were doing a lot more than just supporting their spouse's business. And could they have a lane? Could they have a way that they could focus, go out and build the business, but they weren't quite sure they wanted to do it the same way that maybe their spouse was doing it. And we started thinking, you know what? We've got men, we've got social media, we've got amazing products that get results. We're pretty smart people. We could probably come up with something that would allow men, women, families to come together, work together, whether it's spare time, part-time, or maybe full-time, depending on what family it was, and give them a way to attract other men. Because right now, what we found is that, after 16 years of being in business, about 95+% of our business is female. But when you come to a It Works event, as every guy that maybe is on here has experienced, and as well as the ladies that are listening to this, it's very much couples, it's families, it's real people wanting to get ahead, have a better life, pay off debt, pay cash for their cars, make a down payment on a house, or maybe one day pay off that house. Instead of having a 30-year mortgage, it's a 10-year mortgage. And we saw families coming together at all of our events, and we said, you know what? We have an amazing platform and a voice in 21 countries around the world. We should be able to capitalize on some of the social trends that are happening, as well as our amazing products that give results, and let men do what we do. And that's talk to other guys, really share from our heart, from our gut about how we're feeling about these products, and talk to other guys like we do. Now, we've got amazing products. Our wrap parties are extraordinary, and they're fantastic. And the problem is we found that a lot of times guys don't want to do those. They just flat out, they don't want to take the wrap out, and they're like, hey, dude, lift up your shirt. Let me put this skinny wrap on you. And it got a little weird for some guys. It just wasn't their thing. So we started thinking, you know what? Why not take advantage of some social trends that happen, like the ice bucket challenge? Everybody on this call, how many of you did the ice bucket challenge, right? I'm right there. Everybody, if you raise your hand, you did the ice bucket challenge. You took that cold bucket of water or that cold bucket of ice, you dumped it on your head, and you raised money for a good cause, or you donated a little money for a good cause. And what we realized by looking back at all these social trends is that men want to simply be a part of something that they believe in, that is family-based, and that they believe they're making a difference. And what we wanted to do as a company is not only have men become bigger and stronger and more muscles and maybe lose some weight or have some more energy, but what comes behind that, right? What's behind the man? And we created our manifesto, and we kind of based it off of the 300 Spartans that went out. If you've seen the movie, 300. It's 300 men that went out to change the world, but they were unified. They weren't just in shape. They weren't just bettering their own lives. They were bettering the community's lives. They were bettering their kids' lives because they were becoming better men, better brothers, better fathers, better husbands, better men, better friends. And we thought, you know what? We've got a community of men already like that. Let's create a little bit of a social experiment, for lack of a better term, around it, put together some product packages that men would absolutely love, and make it cool to talk about. And that's how ManDare was created, Johnny.
No, that's awesome. And like, so when we're talking about these products and getting these product packs together, what do you feel is the importance of really being a product of the product when we're talking about these packs? Because you guys have put together some like amazing stacks for us.
Well, here's what I would say to that. And I say this like, those of you guys that know me, I'm a pretty simple, straightforward guy. And I don't, I'm not the guy that sits there and brags on a lot of stuff. But you look at me in this video right now, and then go back 3 years and look at my before picture, right? It's not easy losing weight, getting more muscle, but I've been using It Works products for nearly 6 years consistently. And lately I've just changed a few things. I've been doing some of the exercises like planking. We put that out for this week for the Dare of the Week, and I'll talk about that. But I've been using great nutrition from It Works, and I've been consistent with it. It's not something that happened overnight. I joke, I didn't get fat overnight. I didn't expect to lose weight overnight. I didn't expect to really get in shape overnight. I'm not where I want to be by any means. I've got more goals to get there. I'm one of those that were blessed not to have a great metabolism, so I got to work on it a little bit more. But I've been taking a lot of great nutrition, and Mark's the same way, and all of our other men leaders that have been taking our products. We realize that products that we don't necessarily talk about all the time, but we all take, are very men-driven and very men-focused. Our rap is extraordinary, and it's great to get some instant results, but you know what? You're not doing that every day. But we're drinking a shake every day. It's a fantastic product. I love the chocolate. We put the chocolate in there. It's great. We've got a great greens product. I'm not saying our product helps you live longer. I just know that an alkaline body is better than an acidic body. And our greens product helps alkaline the body. It's fantastic. A cleanse. I'm not a health expert, but I know I've been consistently doing cleanses through It Works since we announced it, and I feel extraordinary, and my body's responding to it. As you look at our probiotics, our ThermoFit, our New You, my muscle mass is getting bigger. I'm feeling better in my gut. Dr. Don, he always says, good health is paved with good intestines. And I know some of that kind of sounds cliche, but look at the research. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a doctor. I'm a 39-year-old college dropout that's just kind of fallen forward over the last 20 years and continued putting good nutrition in my body. But I finally found some that worked for me, and it's simplified. The great thing about ManDare is that there's 2 phases of ManDare. The first phase is your personal ManDare. We put together simple, what we call stacks, 3 stacks. Think of it as good, better, best. We call it the man, the myth, the legend. And it's just a fun way to simplify your nutrition every day. We've got something for every body and every budget. From $99 up to, I think, $249, depending on what kind of products and how many you want to put in your body. I would say start it. If you want to start out, start at the man. Or maybe jump to the myth to get a few extra products to really jump yourself up. But purchase that stack and set your own personal 12-week goal. And we break it down into weeks because we all can be accountable week to week to week. If I start scrolling through here to all the guys on here, you probably have kids, or you're running after your kids, or you have spouses, you have busy jobs, you have a second job. I see one guy here, I see Leonard driving, right? Leonard is driving in a car, got people in the car. He's busy, right? We got places to go, people to see. So what we want to do with the stacks is break it down week to week to week. When you receive your stack, it has a card in there that tells you exactly what to take every morning, every lunch, and every dinner. And then every week, a second phase is our Dare of the Week. And then what we're going to do is introduce something that's simple, that any man can do with absolutely no equipment, that just gives them little activities each week they can stack upon themselves week to week. This week, the first one we introduce is planks. We want you to do a plank. It works your core, works your chest. I'm telling you, you will sweat if you hold it as long as you can. It gives you a good exercise, and it's something you can do at home absolutely free. We want you to record yourself doing it for as long as you can, and then dare 3 friends to beat your time, right? It's simple. You're not asking them to buy anything. You're not asking them to join anything. You made the decision as being a part of the ManDare to purchase your stack, set your 12-week goal, and every week we're going to give you new activities to stay active in addition to using that fantastic nutrition from your stack. But then to make it more fun and to give you a way to talk to other men about it, we've simplified it down to the dare of the week. And every week we'll have that new dare that comes out, and you do it, you complete it, you document it, and you share it with other people. And all of a sudden, here's what you'll be surprised with, Johnny, is that men will start coming back. I've seen it just in the last 24 hours since we launched. They go, I don't know what this is, but this is cool. I want to purchase whatever you're doing. They want to buy it. They just want to try the products out. And it's an easy way to introduce men into a fantastic culture, a fantastic family of our company It Works, without really having to talk to them about joining a business opportunity, without trying to sell them anything. You're appealing to what men love. We all have egos to some degree, and we love messing with our buddies, right? We all have that 3 or 4 friends that we would just love to just beat them at something, whether it's ping pong, whether it's beer pong, whether it's, hockey, no matter what it is, we want to beat them. We've got that small group of friends, and that's what ManDare is all about each week. As we introduce these new dares, you complete it, document it, share it with 3 friends. They're going to start doing it, but we're going to look at that as a company, and every week we're going to give away hats, T-shirts, and to the most epic one, we're going to give away a full Spartan helmet. And it's just a great way to generate a lot of excitement around a project that we believe not only is going to change your life financially, but I'll tell you this. I mean, I'm a dad of 2. I've got an 8-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. And I saw more men last night in the minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes that they spent doing the planks. Now, some of y'all took it to a whole nother level. A guy did like 14 minutes. Like, don't you just want to step on his back? Like, that's what I want. I want to, like, seriously, dude, you're making us all look bad. I wanted to step on his back. But what was cool was that the kids were jumping on the men's back. The daughters were getting down right next to their daddies and doing the planks with them. I know my daughter, Sophia, she came in and goes, Daddy, you got to film me. I'm not doing the man dare. I'm doing the girl dare, but I will beat you. And she did. I have not posted my personal plank yet because my daughter beat me last night. I'm working my way up till later this week. But that's what gets me passionate about it, is that, I'm at that phase of life where, I got young kids, and I'm looking through here, I'm scrolling a little bit, and I see a lot of you guys that we're probably all about the same age. I bet most of you are between 20 years old and 40 years old, the majority. And you may have be married, you may have a kid, you may not. But the point is, you're in that life cycle where you got to make important choices right now to make a difference, not only in your life, your health, to live longer, to have a better quality of life. Living is good, but living a better quality of life by putting good nutrition into your body, making some simple daily or weekly choices, it's going to help you live a better quality of life, not only for yourself, but for those that love you. And that's what has me pumped up about ManDare, is that I don't care whether you're 18, 28, 39 like I am, or 59 like some of you are on here, and it doesn't matter where you're at. ManDare's for you to, number one, be better for yourself for the next 12 weeks. And then, hey, if you stick with us for 12 weeks, I tell people, you give us 12 weeks, you'll see some amazing results. You give us 12 months, we'll change your life. And it's not that Mike Potillo is going to change your life, or Mark Pentecost is going to change your life, or It Works is going to change your life. It's that we're going to help you stay accountable so that you can do what God made you to do, and that's change your own life. We're just going to help you stay focused on that so you can make that happen for yourself. And we're going to give you cool ways to do it. And Johnny, what I love is we got some great rewards for those that promote this to others to become loyal customers, promote to others to become team members. We're giving away free stuff, as we mentioned, at the Dare of the Week. But everybody on here refers 4 loyal customers. They get a free hat sent to them. You refer a new team member that gets 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days. You get an entry to rent a free Jeep. That's a loaded Jeep, free and clear, hand you the title. I'm not talking about you going out and getting a lease. It's given to you. It's a $50,000 total tricked out 2017 Jeep Sahara Wrangler. It's awesome. And then I'm down at Lido Key right now at St. Armand Circle. Just had dinner with some business partners. But we've also, that's the tropical part of Florida. You're seeing all the palm trees. Mark Pentecost, our CEO, has a 3,000-acre ranch out east that we're going to do a men's retreat later this year into November, into December. And you can qualify for that, referring new loyal customers and referring new team members. So the bottom line is this. What I want every one of you on this Zoom to do, it's real simple. Number one, buy the stack that's best for you. We got the man, the myth, the legend. Just buy it tonight. You need to be using it anyway. You need to use the stack. $99, $199, $249. Pick what's best for your budget. Stick with that and start taking that good nutrition. We're going to simplify down inside that stack. When you open it up, you're going to have a card. It tells you exactly how to take the products, and it's simple. If you're brand new to nutrition, kind of like, me, where I was like, oh, this is complicated. I don't know what to do. Do I have to eat different? Like, I had all these questions. But what I did, I just started day one. I took the products. And then I took it again the next day, and I followed the system, and I followed the format. And then it just became that habit. And that's what will happen with you if you'll purchase that and then make your 12-week goal. Where are you at? What weight are you at right now? Do you want to get better cardio? Do you want to have a 2-pack? I made a joke that I wanted to have a 4-pack. I got a 2-pack right now that's a little under the skin, but I'm working at it. And I believe I can have a 4-pack in the next 12 weeks, which my good friend reminded me that we all have 6-packs. You just can't see them underneath some of our fat. So what I'm focused on is really getting rid of some of this fat by taking good nutrition and being a little smarter about what I put in my body. And that's my personal ManDare goal. That's what I'm doing. Yours may be just to have a little more energy, to get through that second job, that second shift that you're doing. Yours may be like Mark has his was to be more cardio. He wanted to be able to keep up with his grandkids a little more. Whatever that personal goal is, after you buy your stack, set that, write it down, and then really, after that, do the dares of the week. And then do them consistently as often as you want through the week to better your times, to better your scores, for lack of a better term, and then keep daring new people to do that. And then every week we'll build upon that. And my hope is that, I'm looking at Timothy here, I'm looking at Josh and Andy and Jeremy. My hope is next week when we introduce the next dare of the week, you'll still keep doing some planks. And you'll get in a little bit better shape. You'll feel a little bit better. And then when we introduce the next one, you'll keep doing that one. Then you'll keep doing that one. Then all of a sudden, 12 weeks from now, you're not even going to know yourself. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You're going to have more self-esteem. And most importantly, you've made a difference not only in your life, but other people's. So, Johnny, appreciate you having me on here, man. I don't know if you got any more questions, but I've been going a little bit, but hopefully I've been able to cover a little bit of information.
No, you covered. I'm sitting here. I was like, man, I didn't even have to ask him any questions. You pretty much knocked them all off for the most part. I did have one more. How do you feel that the ManDare is going to really, really increase our leadership skills as men? Really, and also at the same time, some of the guys work the business. Some of the guys do this more of the supporting role. How do you feel it's going to really increase our leadership skills, though, as men in this business?
Good question. I'm a firm believer leadership is action, right? Leadership isn't a title. Leadership isn't where you're from. Leadership isn't, anything to do with anything but action and the example that you're setting for other people. And what I love is that what ManDare does, it gives every man an opportunity to take action. And other people are going to see that action. And that's going to naturally, if you'll focus on less talk, more action, the leadership will start to become the men who take the action, right? The women are continue taking the action, and we're not trying to take that away from them by any means. We want them to go. I believe there'll be some women who personally enroll more men than some of the men in ManDare because they're excited about it. And it's an opportunity for everybody to go out and enroll new men into this program. But if men will start taking the action and just focus on sending people to your ManDare websites, the username.themandare.com, staying on your stacks, doing the dares of the week consistently, and doing it over and over and over and daring new people, I think you'll see leadership just shoot through the ranks here because we're offering some cool gear, some cool prizes in the process for just kind of being what we want to do anyway as guys, as men, but sometimes we just need that extra accountability and that extra push. So I think you'll see over the next 90 days big changes in leadership.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Mike. We definitely appreciate it. Do we have any idea about international-wise? I did see a question that popped up when we were going to be releasing international.
Coming in the future. No specific details right now.
Okay, perfect. Well, Mike, thank you so much for, we definitely appreciate you jumping on with us. That's for sure. Guys, Mike Potillo, definitely thank you, sir. We appreciate it. I'm going to I want to definitely go ahead and down some things as far as with getting us acclimated as far as social media wise, how we should be really, really focusing on pushing these. Again, Mike, we do appreciate you jumping on with us. Do you have anything?
Thanks, guys.
Have anything you want to throw in there at the end?
You know what? Here's what I'll say. I learned a long time ago that it didn't matter where you're from, who your parents were, what your education was. It mattered how much you wanted something. And we call it hungry. We call it grit. We call it action. Whatever you call it, just go do it. Just take some action. Take a little chance on what if it did work. If you're doubting it a little bit and you're going, man, planks can't get me in shape. I don't know about these products. What if you lost a few pounds, got a little more energy and made a little extra money, got a free hat and got an invite down to Florida to a ranch, right? What if? It may not happen for you, but the worst that can happen is that you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to have some amazing products and you're going to have a lot of fun in the process. So we appreciate you guys. I'm going to hop off here. Enjoy the rest of the call.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right. So we're going to get going here. Second half here, guys, I just want to kind of touch base on some of the things we're going to be doing as far as for really pushing and promoting this. And just give you guys some tips on what we need to be focusing on social media wise to really, really take advantage of this ManDare, because, a lot of us are just either getting started. We've been in the business, whatever it possibly is. And one of the big things Mike did touch on is being a product of the product. Guys, get your stacks ordered. Get them ordered. I will tell you, I am a firm believer in the products. I started this business because of the products. Natalie and I got started because of the products. The products are awesome. You're not going to find a better quality product. You can go to GNC. You can go to Vitamin Shop. You can go to all these places. You are not going to find a better quality product. Figure out what your goals are. Write down your goals. Figure out what stack is going to work best for you and get your stack ordered. Very, very plain and simple. I mean, guys, the products, the quality, the benefits you're going to get in the gym, it's just going to help take your business to a different level. Being a product of the product, I get asked this question all the time. What's the best way to sign loyal customers? What's the best way to really, really focus on getting people interested in my business? Use the products. I will tell you, using the products, and that's going to go again with taking action. That's huge, huge taking action right there. People love to see that you're doing this, that you're doing that. They love to see that you may be possibly out there, selling the product to this person or that person, whatever it possibly is. But the key is you using the products. They want to see that you believe in the products. Because if you believe in the products, they see your results, you're going to have people coming up to you left and right. I know personally, I went through a massive weight loss transformation at the beginning of the year. I was hospitalized last year when I was getting ready for a show. I ended up putting 50 pounds on. Getting myself back into the gym using these products, I lost 35 pounds in 10 weeks. I had people coming to me like crazy out of the woodworks, like, bro, man, what are you doing? Like, what are you back to? Are you just taking those at Works products? That simple. I didn't even have to even promote that I was even selling the products. People see that I'm part of the business. They see I'm a part of the movement. They're coming to me. They're naturally attached. And they're like, yo, what are you taking? I want to know what it is. And it's that simple. You will get guys coming to you out of the woodworks. One thing, as far as the dares go, you should definitely be focusing on doing those dares. I hate planks. Oh my God. I did not like to do a plank. And I did it today in the 110 degrees. I did it on the cement. I saw Joel and Adrian doing it on the cement in an alleyway, it looked like. I'm like, man, I tried doing it on a couple of the yoga mats and stuff like that. I went to the gym. My live wouldn't work. And I'm like, isn't that funny? Went back today. My live wouldn't work. I went into the gym here at the condo. Kids screaming and playing basketball. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go to the park. I went to the park and I was forced to do it on the cement. But you know what? I did them. And I will tell you, I got done with them. And I was like, man, I haven't done those things in forever. I came home and Natalie was like, maybe I'm going to start doing those planks too. Because you know what? They do work. They do work. So some of the exercises, and I see Chad's on here as well. I'm sure Chad knows, some of the excitement that's coming up. Guys, you take these dares and utilize them, stack them. Definitely do stack them. Do your planks every single day. You'll be surprised. Like today, if you went 2 minutes, maybe tomorrow you go 2:30. And then the next day you do 3 minutes. And then you just continue to go. before you realize it, you're going to be sitting there, you're going to be shredded with a six-pack, and you're going to be like, man, where did this come from? And all you've been doing is planks. I will tell you, I haven't done them since college baseball. I hate them. I neglected them. And, yeah, man, they definitely do their job. But, yeah, so going into how we should really be focused on marketing these products, and how we should really be focused on not coming off as salesmen when we're pushing them. Because, naturally, guys, I love to buy stuff. I love to go out and make purchases. But I hate whenever people try to throw and pitch product onto me. So how do we need to do this? And again, we need to be a product of the product. We need to make sure that we're doing that. When you're making your post right now, talk about your transformation. Guys, I want to preach this. Go live. Go live and talk about it. Not only when you go live will people listen, will you get more of a reach from it, but it's an accountability partner all on its own. People will be like, yo, bro, I thought you said that you went live and you made that video talking about how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that, the expectations and, what your goals were. Go live and hold yourself accountable and put it out there to all your friends on your friends list. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. People are going to watch. They're going to watch and they're going to want to see if you're going to continue doing it, if you're going to continue pushing yourself. And then what ends up happening is you're going to have people that are just they're going to see it. They're going to know what's going on with it. And guess what? That's when they're going to pay attention. They're going to see those results, and they're going to see those results. And because you don't reach out to them, I'm going to tell you, they're going to come to you. Very, very plain and simple. That is such a huge purpose. It's such a, really being a product of the product, I think it more than anything is the key. That is utilizing attraction marketing to its fullest. When you're a product of the product, you're giving people a sample of what the products are actually doing, and that's attracting people to you. Okay, you're not going to have to go out there and mass message people, because people are going to be in your inbox coming to you. All right. When you do have people that you're talking to, they're going to see the results. Show them the products work, because that is the key. People buy you before they buy a product. That's business 101. People buy you before they buy a product. Show them the products work. If you show them the products work, guess what's going to happen? People are going to be in your inbox. Very, very plain and simple. And not even just that. Guys, you'll be surprised how quick your team will grow. And that's no joke. Guys don't realize. I see that, in a lot of the packs, they're getting a wrap. You know how many times I have people, guys, I literally made $500 in wrap cash last month. Me, I did. I didn't sell them to women. I sold them to dudes. Wrap cash. Natalie did not make $1 off of wrap cash. That's her. That is not included her, I should say. I made $500 in wrap cash. You know all I did? I wrap live. Plain and simple. People have this conception that whenever you rap, you've got to put the wrap on. You got to go sit in a sauna. You got to go to the gym. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. You have all these different tools that you have to do, when in reality, the only thing that you have to do is put the wrap on, drink some water, take the thing off an hour later, and go to sleep. You wake up and you get more shredded, and that's it. Some people don't understand how simple it is, and they've got this concept that you've got to be in the gym, you got to be sweating, and you got to do 6 hours of cardio, and you got to be on this crazy, insane diet, and you got to cut all your calories. When we know that's not the case, that's not what it is. So what we need to do is and that's it, and it's that simple. Show people how easy it is to be successful with this business, and I'm going to tell you what happens. They see you, and then they talk to their wife about it, and their wife was like, you know what? I used to have a friend that did it. Maybe we should sign up. Maybe we should do it. And then next thing you know, you just grew your team by 2 people, and it's that simple. If you're signing up a loyal customer, and this is one thing this is a tip that I always like to give everybody. If you get somebody that's generally interested in the products, before you go ahead and you close them out as a loyal customer, let them know about the distributorship. A lot of people don't know that. They think that it's some crazy immaculate training that we've got to go through, and they've got to go through and get these certifications, and you've got to be like a business major or something to sell the products, and they don't realize. Some just really don't realize that it's right there in their face, and that all they've got to do is just take advantage of it. Just say yes. So when you're getting ready to sign somebody up as a loyal customer, one thing that I always do is I straight up tell them, like, hey, man, listen, it would be really, really selfish of me not to let you know about this. But were you interested in possibly getting your products paid for and making an extra paycheck? Or were you interested in making some extra income? Because that is an opportunity with what we're doing. If they're already interested in the products, guess what? That's an easy sell. Focus on your loyal customers that are already existing too, guys, because if you've got somebody right now that's buying wraps, if you've got somebody that's buying New You, or you've got somebody that's buying ThermoFit, and I'm going to tell you, talk to those people. Let them know. Let them know about the stacks. Let them know about it. Hey, and you know what? The women, if they can get a benefit of getting a ManDare stack, dude, that box will come in, and I'll tell you what'll happen. Their husband will be looking, going, what is this ManDare thing? What the heck is that? And guess what happens? Now the dude's over here paying attention to what's going on, and now next month you got 2 ManDare stacks coming in. Your paycheck's going up, your volume's going up, and guess what happens? We're all happy. You're getting closer and closer to that next promotion. Always constantly be looking for a means of upsell, and with these stacks, I'm a firm believer in starting with packs I'm gonna say it now, starting with packs and starting with stacks. That's what you should be focusing on when you're starting with people. Okay, because that's what we are. We're health concierge. We're going to stay here. We're going to help people and give them the benefits. Know your products. That is very, very crucial. Know your products. You need to know exactly what every single product. Now, am I telling you that you need to know every single extract, every single ingredient? No, you don't need to know every single ingredient. But you should know that if you're using a cleanse, and this is also, again, the importance of being a product of the product. You learn what they are, what they smell like, what they taste like. I can explain every single product because I literally do. I take every single product. There's not a product I don't take. And that's straight up. I even use some of the skincare stuff. I use the cleanser. I use the wraps. I use the defining gel. I don't use the lip and eye. Like, I don't need that stuff. I'm not using all of the skincare line, but I use majority of the stuff. I do. And I can tell you guys this. Chad actually had said it in the interview that we were doing, that I did with him 3 weeks ago. He said, bro, you go into any ambassador's house, they use the products. You will not find an ambassador, not even just that. You won't find a presidential or a triple diamond in the company. Pretty much anybody from diamond up, you won't find them in this company that don't use the products. So if you're somebody in like me, I was a health nut. I mean, personal trainer, contest prep, bodybuilding. Natalie was a bikini girl. That's what we've done our entire lives. We've still got supplement left over in our pantry from stuff that's just sitting there, some pre-workouts and stuff like that. Guys, we learned to just as soon as those products start diminishing, you just start replacing them with ours because our products, the quality is there. I promise you that. I'm not telling you guys that because I'm over here. I ain't got to sell you guys on the products. You guys are already a part of the company. You know the products are good. I'm telling you that because I use the products. I got people coming up to me at the gym on a daily basis like, bro, you getting ready for another show again? No, like not at all. What's going on here? Here, bro, here's my business card. Give me a call. We'll chat outside of here. And it's that simple. Guys, use the products. I'm telling you, it's super key. You don't need to be in the gym. I will definitely tell you guys, going to the gym is if you're selling supplements, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. Go to the gym and show people you're going on a weight loss transformation. Show people that you're trying to put some muscle mass on. I'm telling you, you will have people that will be approaching you all the time. There's naturally the gym. There are so many blue personalities in the gym. They're in the gym because they need to walk around and they need to talk to people. They will walk around and they will do the selling for you. I know, I've signed a couple of them. They will walk around and they will sell your products for you. Oh, that's my dude right there. Yo, that's my It Works dude right there. That's my It Works. And I'm standing there just drinking It Works energy drink. And I'll have people that'll come up and they'll ask me, yo, what is that energy? What is that? I don't even know what that. Do they sell that over there in the energy drink case? And I'm like, nah, this is my own. But yo, I got you here. Are you on Facebook? I'll give them my phone. We're already pulled up with Facebook. Get them on Facebook. Let them start seeing the content and your post do the selling for you. Plain and simple. But guys, you got to be a product of the product. I mean, I am such a firm believer on that. And not even just that, it is going to help you brand yourself. Now, do I wear an It Works shirt pretty much every single day when I'm in the gym? A lot of times I don't because I do like to work out in tank tops. I wear an It Works shirt everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Guys, if you don't have any apparel, get some apparel. I will tell you, I wore the same It Works shirt like 6 days a week for like 3 months. The same one. I'd bring the thing home and wash it and I'd put the thing back on the next day because you know what? You don't know if when you're out in public, if people aren't going to come up to you and be like, hey man, what is that? Get you a bright green shirt, whatever it possibly is. It doesn't matter. Do whatever it takes. Get you some apparel though. And right now, the great thing is as if you are a new distributor, we have that $100 product credit. You can get you some apparel. You can help push. But guys, the only way that you're going to get people coming to you, the only way is by either wearing an It Works shirt or by using the products, having the products out and going on your own weight loss transformation. Because if not, what ends up happening, if you're not being a product of the product, it makes it a lot harder to sell product. One thing I always like to say to everybody is if say that you're going to a steakhouse. Are you going to ask a vegetarian server what their steak choice is? No, they're going to look at you and they're going to go, I don't know, I don't eat steak. Well, you're probably not going to feel very confident about asking them for their opinion or their suggestion on which cut of meat you should be having. So what you've got to do is you've got to make sure that you're focusing on being a product of the product. So that way when somebody goes, well, what do you take? You can't look at them and go, I don't know. I don't take any of the products. I'm going to tell you, if that is the case, they're not going to buy product from you. Am I telling you to get on there and buy am I telling you to go and buy a legendary stack? No, I'm not. But I will tell you, if you buy a legendary stack, you're getting a vast amount of product and you're actually saving money. I mean, I think, shoot, I probably spend like $500 a month on It Works supplements. That's me alone. I do that. But if I'm not buying It Works supplements, guess what? I am a gym junkie. I'm going to be going to GNC and I'm going to be spending $700 or $800 on supplements. If I can get better quality through us, I'm going to do that. Of course I am. That's a no-brainer. Those stacks save you money. We've already went through and we've already broke them down based off of what's in there, based off of that loyal customer price. Even on the legendary stack, you're saving like $75. On the myth stack, I think you're saving, I think it's $50. And off of the man stack, you're saving $25. So it ends up breaking down that way. If you can afford that legendary stack, get it. Man, the products that you get it's unreal. It literally gives you everything you need. Everything you need. And it takes care of the most important stuff. I will tell you guys this. I'm a firm believer in what Mike did say, talking about how all health starts in the gut. That's why I was hospitalized last year with stomach problems. All right. Long story short, I was not a firm believer in taking probiotics. I was not a firm believer in taking greens. Take them. When I started taking them, I will tell you, not only did it change me and it changed my life, but it changed my workouts. When you're digesting properly, you can eat more food. You can grow more muscle mass. You get more benefit of nutrient absorption. That's the key to it. Not even just that, guys. I will tell you this right now. If you're in the gym right now and you're using a pre-workout, I want to tell you what the best pre-workout is ever. Take yourself 4 scoops of greens and throw them in there and watch how you be running around that gym with your eyes looking wide like, hey, and they're doing 100 curls at a time. I'm telling you, do it. Do that, throw you a thermofit and a new you in there and watch how pumped you are and how vascular you get and how your endurance goes through the roof. I will tell you, it's unreal. It's unreal. And again, I'm not over here trying to sell you guys on the products. I'm telling you what I do and how I use these products. You're getting everything in that legendary stack, everything you could possibly think of. And not even just that, this is the other important thing. So I'm a firm believer when I am doing my social media posting, I don't like using those images that you find on Pinterest. I don't like using the images that all the girls post, all those pretty little images that they take all this time to make, but every other It Works distributor has used that same image 100 million times. Guess what? It's getting blocked on Facebook. If you've got the products in your hands, guess what? Your photos are original. More people are going to see it. That's the way that the algorithm works. It favors originality. It does not favor copy and paste. So when you're going through and you're using these products yourself, you're going through your own weight loss transformations. I want to tell you guys, man, people buy out of emotion. They're not buying out of logic. You can sit there and you can talk to somebody all day long. I know I've done this. I'm going to tell you guys, I have talked to thousands and thousands and thousands of people, okay, about the business opportunity, about products. I've done it. You can think of a way to do it. I've done it. You want to know how I sign more people than any other way? I tell people stories and I get them to connect with me emotionally. People buy 80% out of emotion, 20% out of logic. That means when you're talking to somebody, 80% of your story needs to be coming from emotion and 20% needs to be coming from logic. You want to know why it's so easy to sell product when you're a product of the product? Because you're talking from emotion. You're talking about your own weight loss transformation. People can sense your energy. They can feel your energy and your passion behind the products because they work. There's a reason why we say loyal customers are the key to sign. Your loyal customers are the best distributors that you're gonna get in this business. You want to know the reason why? Because they have their own products. They have their own product review. They're passionate about the products. And when they've got that passion about the products, it's easy for them to sell them because guess what? People connect 80% out of emotion, 20% out of logic. So if you're over here and you're breaking down, and this is another reason too why I say just know the basics of the product. Because then what happens is you start word vomiting. Oh, you want to know what Confian's in? Oh, well, it's adaptogens and it makes you connect emotionally, physically, and mentally. And it's got the ashwagandha root, and it's got this, and it's got that, and this product does this, and this extract does this. They don't need to know that. You know, the only thing they need to know is Bro, you having a bad day, you hate your boss, yo, your wife's driving you crazy, or your kids are making you want to pull your hair out. Guess what? Take 2 of these bad boys, you're going to be good to go. They're going to go, okay, that sounds pretty good. Yeah. I just made you connect, and it's that quick and simple. I didn't go through explaining everything to you. And that's how, and that's what it is. You're going to buy from somebody that explains it that way than going through explaining over here the whole long story, reading the label to you guys. And that's just the truth. So keep it simple. Keep it simple, be a product of the product, and use the products, because the emotion will come when you're talking about them. And not even just that, when you're making your post, you're not going to have to resort to making these, hey guys, I'm looking for 5 product testers, and you list out 10 different products saying what each of them do. You're not going to have to do that. You're going to have an original picture that's going to say, yo, I'm so excited to start my cleanse today, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's going to help me it's going to help me, hopefully eliminate. It'll help me restore my metabolism, to help me reset my body. I'm really, really super pumped to get this thing going. I've never done a cleanse before. I can't wait to show you guys my results. You're going to have people checking back the next day and the day after that going, yo, I want to see the results. What happened? You will have people messaging you in your inbox asking you for before and after pictures. You didn't try to sell them a product. You didn't say, hey, but if you're interested in having a cleanse, if you want to cleanse with me, then, drop some info or shoot me a message in my inbox. No, you don't have to say that, because when you say that, people are going to go, nah, he's trying to sell me a product. Where if you're not trying to sell a product, it's psychology, and people go, well, I want that. If you're trying to sell it, they don't want it. But if you're not offering it, then they do. And that is the key to attraction marketing and getting people to come to you. I know, guys, I do this. I don't send out one single message every single month and mass enroll customers and distributors every single month. And it's that simple. All I do is use the products, share my results. Go live and post your goals. Talk about your goals. Talk about the products. Take original pictures. Man, take that new you bottle and take it to the gym and set up a dumbbell behind it and throw the thing down there and take a picture of it. Post that picture itself. It's an original picture. It's not going to get blocked. It's not going to get flagged. It's an original picture. First time it's getting out there, it's going to be good. But if you're taking a picture that you're pulling off of Pinterest, you're pulling off of Google, you're pulling it off of your girlfriend's page or your wife's page or out of your ambassador's team page, and it's already been posted by everybody and their mom, guess what? Ain't nobody going to see it. I know I'm not the only one that's had this happen. I've done it. I know that you guys have had this happen. You tried making a post before, or you tried posting one of these a photo from corporate that's got the It Works logo on it, and it tells and it breaks down what the product is. Nobody sees it. Nobody likes it. It's because it's already been posted a million times. That's the way the algorithm works. All right. We have to make sure that we're posting original content. We have to make sure that we're posting out of emotion. And when you're using the products, that is the key. So what we really need to focus on, last thing I kind of want to touch base on, and if you guys have any questions, drop me some questions in the chat. I will definitely more than welcome. I will answer any questions that you guys have. Last thing that I really want to touch on is the leadership aspect a little bit more as well. And that was why I did want to kind of ask Mike talk to Mike about that. Guys, I will tell you, pouring into yourself leadership development wise is a necessity. We need to be doing that every day on a daily basis. Okay. We say that self-development is like bathing. We recommend it daily. Okay. You need to make sure that you're pouring into yourself, not self-development. You don't need, you don't need somebody in your face yelling at you, telling you that you're worth it. You don't need that. We all know that we're worth it. We joined this business because we are worth it. Okay. We need to focus on leadership development, because what you'll find is when you start developing yourself, you want to attract better people in this business, then become the leader that needs to attract those types of people. You need to make sure that you're attracting those types of people by becoming that type of person. You cannot, I will tell you guys this right now, you're never going to attract a Joel Dunn in your business if you're not a Joel Dunn yourself. Think about that. You think Joel Dunn is going to join you if you're not a Joel Dunn yourself? It's not going to happen. There's a reason why as you progress in this business and you stay confident in this business and you stay consistent in this business, you start to attract better and better and better and better and better. You know how you do that? You develop yourself as a leader and you're consistently pouring into yourself on a daily basis. Plain and simple. Set goals, know where you want to go. I talk about this all the time. It's the beginning of the month. Everybody on here, I'm not a manager. I hope you printed your charts out. I hope you know, because this was a mass month where everybody just signed a bunch of distributors. And guys, I do want to tell you this. If you sign distributors up for $10 and they're not working the business, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. It's going to happen. It is going to happen more than you can imagine. It's going to happen. The normal distributor retention rate for network marketing is 10% stay. All right. Don't get discouraged. You're not above the law. You're not above the statistic. None of us are. That is just the honest to God's truth. That's coming from people that are multi-millionaires that have lines of millions and millions underneath them. Okay. More distributors on one of their lines and on one of their teams in a business than like 10 times what our company has as a whole. Okay. That is the statistic. Don't get discouraged if you sign somebody up for $10. I want to tell you guys, the reason why we sign people up for money and why we charge people to get started in the first place is it's an obligation. I'm going to tell you, as a personal trainer, you know how many times I have written free diets for people, and that mofo don't even go to the gym. They don't even go to the gym. They don't even use it. I'm like, dude, did you even go to the store and even buy any of the food that I just spent 3 hours writing you out a diet for? Well, no, I'm going to get started next week. Well, guess what? Tomorrow means never. Tomorrow's not a day. Next day is not a day. The day is today. It's today. And if they don't get started today, they're not going to. Plain and simple. If you signed a distributor up for $10, guys, and they have not started, they have not logged into eSuite, guess what? I'll be the straight shooter. I'm going to tell you, they're not going to. We call them kidnappers. They signed up for the raps. Don't get mad. It is what it is. You're going to find it's going to happen more and more and more and more. But if you take it personal and you allow it to affect you as a whole, it's going to have a negative effect on your business. We have got to make sure that we focus on the people that show up. Focus on the people that are asking you questions. Focus on the people that want to be there and that want to pour into you and that want to get poured into. Focus on the people that want to show up to the corporate calls and that want to go to events and that are messaging you going, hey, bro, oh, dude, when are we going to be showing, like, what's going on here? Like, are we doing a rap party? Are we going to, like, let's go out, let's go blitz, whatever. Show up with those people. Hey, you can inspire people all day long. I can sit here and I can talk to you guys like Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn, and I can inspire. But guess what? At the end of the day, I can't motivate you to do the work. And vice versa. You're not going to be able to motivate somebody else. We cannot motivate people that don't have motivation. If being flat broke and their bank account doesn't motivate them, guess what? Nothing is. You're not going to be that difference maker. So we've got to learn that if they signed up for $10, don't get discouraged. I have a lot of guys that have been coming to me going, hey, man, bro, like, what are you doing about these distributors that ain't, they're not showing up? I signed them up for $10. Who cares? They're $10. They're a spot. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. On to the next one. Focus on the people that show up. Spend your time. Mentor the people that show up. If people don't show up, hey, you're not a manager. They didn't sign. Did anybody on this Zoom, did you sign up for a boss? Did you sign up for somebody to manage you? Then don't manage other people. Who cares? Plain and simple. I signed up for this business because I hated my boss. I don't want one standing over top of me telling me what to do. You're going to tell me what to do. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to rebel. I'm going to do what I was doing in corporate America. I'm going to rebel like crazy. Showing up late, maybe showing up, giving my shifts away. That's the stuff that happens. So we've got to look at it the same way, guys. We got to step up to the plate. And if people don't want to step up with us, then guess what? Peace. This is a business based off of self-development. This is self-development with a compensation plan. If you ain't developed enough to move yourself forward and to want better for yourself, nobody can want better for you, because at the end of the day, no one's going to do the work for you. No one's going to do the work for you. You got to do it for yourself. And as leaders, we need to make sure, again, that we're pouring into ourselves with leadership development. This is one thing that I've really, really learned. I did a lot of research on the difference between a manager and a leader. Okay, there's a lot of differences out there, and there's a lot of stuff that I had to learn, because when you get started in a business, naturally you want to help people. You want to give them, look, listen, man, this is what I do every single day. Don't tell them what to do every single day. Show them what to do every single day. Lead by example. Show them what they need to be doing. If you're not signing up 3 or 4 distributors a month, if you're not filling out your steps to success every single month, don't expect your team to do it. They're not going to. They're not going to. People follow what you do. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. People follow what you do. The people that signed with you, you're their leader. They're gonna follow what you do. So if you're not leading by example, don't expect to sign somebody up that's gonna go out and sign 10 distributors and make you a diamond or make you a double diamond or an ambassador. It's not gonna happen. That's network lottery marketing. That ain't I wish that was how easy it was. Guys, you make your own luck. You make your own luck. So you gotta step into that role. That's what you gotta do. I'm gonna go through the chat real quick. If you guys have any questions, definitely drop those. Let me see here real quick. Chad jumped off. My wife did planks for the first time ever. Yeah, man, them planks were not fun. I was planking today, and man, I was cooling. I was sitting in the air conditioner. I was like, man, I'm gonna get out of the car real quick. It's like 110 degrees. I went and I planked literally for like 3.5 minutes. I think my live video was like 8 minutes long or 9 minutes long. I got done and I was like, oh, guys, do the stacks. They're good. I'll talk to you guys later. For real. Oh, yeah. Chad jumped off. That's awesome, Chad. I'm watching the videos your dad and son are doing. Oh, yeah. Yo, Tina, I definitely don't be taking no Estro Rhythm. Oh, no. That is another product I do not take, guys. I will tell you that. I am not taking no Estro Rhythm. I don't need that. It's the last thing I need. What do you think about messaging to build relationships? So if you're going to message to build relationships, that's perfectly fine. But message people to build relationships. I do majority of my relationship building through likes and comments. Okay, if you're not getting interaction on your page, if you're not getting a lot of people that are seeing your content, they're not liking your content, they're not commenting, and they're not just not seeing your stuff. Think about this: are you getting on other people's stuff and are you liking and commenting? Because if you're not, Facebook is going to punish you. You have to make sure. I spend majority of my day. I used to be one of those people. I would be in Messenger and I'd be talking to people all day long in Messenger. I don't do that. I build majority of my relationships through likes and comments. I do have people that message me in Messenger. So yes, I will. And for me, the relationship building process is maybe 2, 3 to 5 people per day. And I just reach out to people that, like, whenever I send my follow-up list for people that I've potentially either talked to in the past, whatever, I'll shoot them a message with a straight relationship purpose. I never message people with the purpose of like, hey man, so listen, dude, let's get started in this business. I don't do that. If I'm going to tell you why. When you push a business on somebody that's not ready for it, they don't ever work out. They're never going to work out. Timing is everything in this business. You want somebody that's going to stick, or do you want somebody you're going to waste 3 weeks with and they go, you know what, I don't think I have time for this. No, you're going to waste time that way. We have got to make sure that we are focused on really, really, really building quality relationships. And the way that you build quality relationships are liking, commenting, comment with a purpose. I'll tell you this, if you're going through your news feed and you're just hitting the like button, you're not helping yourself. You're killing yourself. Go through the news feed, like, comment, like, comment, like, comment, like, comment. You got to make sure that you're liking and you're commenting. I build majority of my relationships through comments. And I want to tell you guys that this is a little bit of a secret. You can go through. So say that you have a friend, all right? You guys have a whole bunch of people that are going through that are on one thread. You know a bunch of them. Go on there and comment to every single person on that thread. Go on there and do that. Man, you will build straight relationships. Not only that, because if they're on your friends list, they are now going to start seeing your content much more. But comment with a purpose. Don't just go through and say, yeah, awesome, great, thumbs up emoji. Like, no, that's no. You need to make sure that you're commenting with a purpose. I always am very, very strong on commenting with a purpose. It's my thing. I build majority of my relationships through comments. 3 to 5 messages a day. That's what I do. And it's strictly that purpose of making sure that I'm focusing on relationship building, non-business related. Now, let me tell you, majority of the time, the business gets brought up. Great. If it does that, awesome. I will talk to you. I do not talk business through messages. I get people on the phone because the way that I mentor my team, signing a distributor is a 3-way phone call. You need to hear how I talk to distributors. If they're not ready to pick up the phone, you're not somebody I want on my team. It's a red flag. If you're not coachable. I like to have 3-way phone calls. Messenger or voice messages are great. They're awesome. They're an awesome tool to get people interested. But the new people that are with us, I don't like them using voice messages from the start. If we're doing screenshots back and forth until they get their mindset right for the first couple of sales. They need to understand that the wording is everything. And once you understand the wording, then you can go you should be using voice messenger like crazy. Voice message is everything in the business. It really is. It's such a crucial aspect because people sense my energy. The way I'm talking to you guys, that's how you're going to get it out of a voice message. Very, very much so. We have to make sure that we're really focusing on doing things that are duplicatable and that are replicatable. If I sign a distributor for a distributor and I do it through a phone call, that new distributor now goes, well, man, that's pretty simple. So basically all I got to do is get leads and this guy's going to close them out for me. Yo, I will tell you this right now. That is what I do. That is what I do. My team goes out there. Yo, you go and get all the leads, get all the people interested, and me and Natalie and Tina, we will sit there. We will close out the sales for you, plain and simple. Just go get the leads. That is what. And then what happens is after you see us do it and do it and do it, You just get so comfortable with it that it becomes natural. So guys, don't hesitate to use your uplines. You should definitely make sure if you've got a question or something, send them a screenshot before you respond and shoot it over to them. Let them know, hey, how would you respond to this? Because a lot of times they've got the correct way of doing it because they've been doing it for longer. They got a little bit more experience, and that could be the difference. All it takes, I will tell you this, you could say things two different ways and mean the exact same thing, but guess what? The way that you say it and the way that they say it may be the difference on whether or not you just signed a loyal customer for the next year or whether or not you have a loyal customer that basically is not signing anything at all and you're not getting any volume out of. So that's definitely one thing I do like to talk about. Thanks, Jess. I definitely appreciate that. Y'all's conversation earlier got me all fired up. How long do you plant before they start coming to you? My likes and activity is way because of your training. Terry, I'm glad to hear that, bro. Hey, bro, you show up every single week. Guess what? Your business is going to go up every single week. It takes time. I will tell you, I think the average for a social media-based business before they say, okay, the way network marketing works, it takes 1 year before you really start to understand your business. Now, again, these are statistics that I'm getting from other network marketers that are top income earners in companies that are very, very massive. Okay. The Rob Sperry's, the Todd Falcones, the Ray Higdons, these people that are, the Jeff Chenault and Jeff Welsh, and these guys are multi-millionaires on so many different levels. But the statistic generally goes, it takes 1 year to really, really know your company in and out. That's your E-suite, know your products, know exactly what you need to be doing when you have a distributor that talks to you to have your systems in place to really be successful with the business. For most people, it takes 3 years before they really generate a full-time income. 5 years before they start to generate a what we like to call a premium income. So something where it's in the ballpark of, that six figures, so to speak, but you're getting ready to touch that money. And then on average, it takes 7 years to 10 years to build a world-class income. So we're talking about those big-time six-figure income earners, those people that are making $500,000 to $1 million a year in network marketing. So really kind of getting up into that ambassador money. So guys, understand this. Just because you hear an ambassador that makes ambassador in 18 months with this business or 2 years or 3 years, first off, you don't know their network coming in. You don't know their background. They could have been somebody that had this massive market before they came into network marketing, and all of a sudden maybe they were just somebody that was a top rank in another company, and they just hopped over to our company because they see the compensation plan, and their team blew up. They bring a whole bunch of team with them. All right. Don't ever compare your journey to somebody else's. Everybody's journey is different in this business and in network marketing as a whole. So when it comes to social media businesses, they say it takes on average 18 to 24 months before you're going to really start to make a decent income from social media. Now, a decent income is all dependent on you and what your personal beliefs are. So we'll say anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 per month. That is an average for people that don't have a network, that are coming into social media, that are not extremely skilled that are having to completely learn a whole brand new process. That is the average, 18 to 24 months. Okay. If you do it before then, now am I saying that it can happen quicker? Yeah, it can definitely happen quicker. But business is like sports. Okay. You're not going to go step on the court against LeBron James if you don't play basketball and think you're going to compete. You cannot step on the court with Joel Dunn or Ronnie Brown or Stephanie Dunn or any of those top income earners if you're not practicing your skills. Business is no different. You got to practice your skills. People ask me, they say, dude, how are you so good at going live? Why are you so good at doing live? Why? Because I do it every day. I do it. I practice every single day. I go live every chance I get. Boy, I go live. You want to know the key to growing your Facebook business right now? Go live. If I can give you one piece of advice about growing your business faster than anything in the world, it's 2 words: go live. Plain and simple. It will take your business to a different level. It's the ultimate interaction post. Plain and simple. Ultimate interaction post. You're going to get more likes, more comments, more shares, more visibility. 10 to 15 times more visibility. It's 1,000 to 1,500% more visibility on a live video than on your everyday post. That views number will give you a good reference as to how many people are actually looking at your post. Learn to use it, learn to love it. So if you're planting these seeds, guys, plant. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody jumps in at different times. If you can't, and this is I guess farming farming 101, maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that every plant takes a little bit longer to grow. They say like the bamboo plant, what is it? It takes 5 years before it grows. What's it grow? It grows like a foot in 5 years. And then it like 3 months after that foot, it ends up growing like 50 foot in 3 months. So what I have learned is this business is definitely very much so in 3-month increments. So what you're doing today is going to help your business in 3 months, generally. So plant. If you've been planting for 3 or 4 months, hey, guess what? Maybe in 3 or 4 months from now, you're going to get a massive rush of people. And that's the nature of it. But don't get discouraged if it isn't happening right now. Because, hey, I'm going to tell you, we all have slow months. It's going to happen. People that are even mass enrollers in this business, they have bad months. It's not, we're all human. I mean, it's nature of it. Sometimes, guess what? Just straight up, hey, it happens. Stuff happens. But we have got to make sure that no matter what, we're constantly making sure that we're still staying consistent. We're still planting those seeds. We're still talking to people. And understand, guys, when you are making those posts, when you're making those when you're using the products and you're talking about being a product of the product and you're putting that information out there, that is what's really watering those seeds, because sometimes it just takes the right post on the right day to the right person, and that person's your next rock star. And that's all it takes. That's how simple it is. But you got to make sure you stay consistent, because if you're not consistent and you're using social media as your storefront, guess what happens? Stores closed, your people get turned off. They're going to find the It Works distributor that is posting consistently, and that's being original. And that's another thing too about being original, guys. Like I said, man, study the masses and do the opposite. They always say that if you study the masses and you do what the masses do, you can remove the M, and that's what you become. I was waiting to see some faces there. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. It's the truth. It's the honest to God's truth. I've been trying to get good about not cussing on camera, because I know every now and then I like to drop an F-bomb or two, but I like to make sure every now and then I keep it family oriented. I keep those for the live videos. I began to like some posts on Instagram. How do I move forward? Shoot them a message. Hey man, if you're getting likes on product posts, send them a message. I'm a very, very firm believer in that. It's not a cold message if they send you a message. If they send you a message on, hey, so I'm interested in, or you're over here, you're talking about your cleanse, you're talking about your probiotics, you're talking about your greens or your wraps, and you're showing them that they're working, and someone likes on that status, send them a message. That's not a cold message. A cold message is shooting somebody a message that hasn't responded, hasn't liked your stuff, doesn't even know who you are. Maybe you just friended them and you have absolutely no idea who that person is. And you're just going to randomly shoot them a message going, hey man, hey, listen, I think you'd be great at my business. That is a cold message. That is 100% a cold message. You want to, if somebody likes on a product post, or you make a lifestyle post talking about a business opportunity and someone likes it or someone comments on it, shoot them a message. Hey man, I really, really appreciate the support on my post. Were you open to more information about the opportunity? Were you open to and be straight up honest with them. That's not sending somebody a cold message. That's not by any means. But I'm going to tell you, I say I don't send messages. If I make a status and I got people asking me for information, what do you think I'm going to do? Let them sit there? Hell no, I'm going to send them a message. For real. That's just, you want to make sure that you're definitely shooting them a message. Now, if it's a post, that's not a business related post. So like you make a picture, you post a picture of you and your kids, and you get a bunch of likes on it. You probably don't want to just message those people like, hey man, are you interested in my business opportunity? They're going to be like, yo, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen then. They're not going to like your business opportunity. You don't want to just message every single person that likes a post. You want to message people that like business related posts, because that's what they're generally showing interest in, especially, like I said, if they comment. What do you think about doing the Dare of the Week live? I did it. I think that it's, I will tell you guys, I am super strategic with my posting. I don't like making posts if I don't have to. I post with a purpose. I will only post once a day sometimes, because I am so super crucial with the way that I post, and I have a means of posting. I will tell you guys, I do the Dare of the Week. I mean, I'll tell you guys exactly what it's at right now. I think it's at where are we at here? I think the last time I checked, it was at like 140 likes or 150 likes and like 1,300 views. I mean, it's you got to do. You definitely want to make sure that you're doing. Where's it at? You want to make sure that with something like that, you definitely want to. You should do it. especially if you're going to be promoting the ManDare. Do it. Do the dare of the week. Definitely do it. Yeah, 134 likes and 1,200 views. So that's exposure. Do it. I mean, I will tell you guys, I am totally, me, myself personally, I'm totally against doing hashtags on Facebook because it does block. I posted 4 hashtags on there. I literally broke the rules, but I did what I needed. I did what I needed to do in order to make it happen, because it is something where if the company's doing it, and this is something too that you guys also got to think about. And this was my thought process on it. If people are on your friends list and they see that all these guys are out there and they're doing this ManDare and you're a part of this company, and you're not a part of the movement, but you're saying that you're supporting this company and that you're a part of this company, but you're not doing what everybody else is doing to that degree, you are going to kind of outcast yourself, especially if it's something where you're doing a ManDare. You're not, because guys, when you're doing these dares, it should just be something where it's very quick and simple. Like, yeah, guys, this is, I'm doing my legendary stack, blah, blah, blah. If you guys are interested in knowing what the legendary stack is, just shoot me a message. But then keep on going and talking about what your goals are and talk about the dare. Don't the entire video be like, yeah, buy a product, 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 because that's going to turn people off. Do the dare, get off. Plain and simple. Do the dare and get off. Hey, guys, I challenge you guys to do it. Man up. Do your little hat twirl and do it. That's it. Plain and simple. And get off. Do it for the purposes of what it is. I'm surprised. To work got me crazy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, you can't get somebody to work for $10. $10. How do you coach your team to build from a small network of people? Grow their network. That's a quick and simple question. If you got a small network of people, I will tell you, Sean, I had 5,000 friends, and I actually mass delete people. I've got a couple of people that are on my team that are on here. They will tell you, bro, I don't grow 5,000 friends. I don't even go close to that number. I've been there multiple times. Getting to 5,000 friends doesn't mean that you're going to start getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of likes. That doesn't do anything. You've got to make sure that you're posting quality content out there, and then what happens is you're going to get it in return. You're going to get people that are going to start coming to you. But it's all about the content that you're posting. It's all about the content that you're posting. Grow your network. Add people every single day. I mean, I will tell you, add people with a purpose. Add people that are active on social media. Don't add somebody that only gets on social media twice a week or twice a month. That's not going to have any benefit. And the other thing too about that, if you do add somebody or you sign somebody that doesn't use social media, and you're trying to get them to understand that they're running a business through social media, they're not going to understand it. They're not going to post every day. They're going to show inconsistencies. They're not going to be successful in this business. Huge red flag to me. I will tell you guys, I turn down distributors. Dude, it may sound crazy to some of you guys, but you have to understand, in life, we don't get more time. You're not guaranteed more time. I am not going to waste my time with people. I've done so much time wasting that it's not worth it to me. You've got to make sure that what you're doing is you're focusing on the people that are showing up. So if you don't have people that already possess the qualities that you want in a distributor, don't add them. Plain and simple. Grow your network, and you'll see. That's the great thing about social media. What did Facebook? 2.6 billion active users. Got to grow it. Just grow it and grow it and grow it and grow it. There's no excuse not to grow it. Just grow it. And when you're growing it, make sure you're liking and you're commenting and interacting with those people. That is definitely the key to it. I need to build my network and how to build network following. I need to build my network to how to build a good network following. You just add people that like the content that you post. That's my philosophy on that. If you're posting positive quotes, add people that post positive quotes themselves, because they're probably going to like your content. If you got someone over here that's posting about drama and about Kanye and Kim Kardashian, and then they're posting about political stuff and racism, and you're over here trying to make a positive mindset quote, they're probably not going to like your quote very much. I mean, that's just honest God's truth. If they've got a negative mindset, they don't understand positivity. That's probably the best way that I can put it. I mean, if you don't want to add bodybuilders, if you're a chef and you're over here making cakes and these people are in contest prep and they can't eat cakes, they're probably going to block you when they're seeing your desserts and your pastries come through. Yes. Raw emotion. Trust him when he says that. Yes. Go live. Yes. I will tell you. Dan even said it. Go live. You got to do it. Do you talk about it works every time you go live? No, I don't. And I don't talk about it. Like if you get on my, I'm very strategic with the way I talk about it works. I should not get on your page and see it works, it works, it works, it works, it works, it works, it works. You're branding the company. Brand yourself. People fall in love with, people buy you before they buy a product. If you can get people to fall in love with you, I have been preaching this to people. If you get people to fall in love with you, guess what? You can sell them dog turds and they'll buy it. Plain and simple. It don't matter what you sell them. You can sell them anything in the world. If you get people to fall in love with you, guess what? They will buy. Plain and simple. People buy you before they buy a product. That is the importance of branding. You brand yourself. Don't brand the company. The company's branded. People know what It Works is. You don't need to post about It Works. People know that we sell a wrap. If they know what the company is, they know we sell a wrap. The key is I did not join social media to get sold It Works. I did not join social media to get pitched a million products. I joined social media to be social, to talk, to connect with people. Use it for the purposes it was intended for. And then every now and then what happens is when you throw that post out there, you'll get people that support you because that's what it is. When I'm saying be consistent with posting, no, you do want to be consistent with posting every single day. But change it up. One day you make a product post. One day you make a lifestyle post. One day you go live and you talk about the business opportunity. I don't go live and just, hey guys, so listen, I want to give you guys a business opportunity, give you a pitch, this, that, blah, blah. No, I don't do that. I definitely don't do that. Nobody's going to like your lives. They're going to get on, they're going to get off. There's no benefit to that. You want to make sure that you go live with a purpose. You know, and whatever it is, I tell everyone, find a hobby, go live and kill it. It doesn't matter what you do. If you play guitar, go live and play guitar. Suck it up. If you mess up, who cares? I mess up all the time. I'll be sitting here making a live video and I'll trip and fall or drop my phone and like people laugh. They love it. Shit, I'll do that and I get 30 comments, people laughing at me and I'm like, hey, that's all right, whatever. I do it for the comments. It is what it is. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Being a leader, when you're a leader, guess what? You're transparent. People want to see that you're transparent. They want to see flaws. Leaders are not afraid to screw up. They're not. So don't be afraid of screwing up. If it happens, it happens. Don't worry about it. Move on. Because guess what? If you come off as perfect, you come off as flawless, you're fake, you're phony. I don't like people like that. I have flaws. I'm the most real person ever. I will tell you guys straight up how it is. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell it exactly how it is. But guess what? If you're a fake person, I'm gonna call you out on it, and that's how it is. And I don't respect those types of people. So we've got to make sure that you're not. If you're going live, don't worry about messing up. That's part of it. That's what going live is about. Same thing with your voice messages. Man, if you're talking in a voice message and there's background noise, man, I'm in the gym and I send voice messages all the time to people. I was sending a voice message to Mike Potillo. I'm like, yo, Mike, sorry. I'm over here. I'm in the gym right now. I'm doing cardio. He sends me a message back. He's like, dude, you sound like you're dying. I'm like, yo, I'm doing cardio. Like, what do you expect? It's real. It's life. People expect that. It is what it is. Don't think that you got to be like this perfect person because that's not what it is. You know, that's definitely not what it is. First live is at 1,100 views. Dare going live tonight. Thanks, Johnny. You're my main mentor. Thanks, Britton. I definitely appreciate that. Took me 2 years to upgrade from a delivery driver to a general manager. I did that by not giving up. This is no different. Exactly. Jeremiah, you just gotta focus. You just gotta focus. You gotta set goals and keep it going. Should you do a dare every day of the week? I would not post a live video about the dare every day of the week. I'm not going to do that. That's not my thing. I will post it Monday or Tuesday. I will definitely post the dare. Because you want to be consistent. Try to always post it on the same day of the week so that way people know, like, if they're interested, you don't want to post it on Monday and then post it on Friday. And then the next week you're going to do it on Monday again. That's inconsistency. If you're going to do it on Monday, do it on Monday. I'm going to end up doing mine on Tuesday because that's when I did it. I'll do it on Tuesday. I want to see everybody's videos and what they're doing anyways, because some of y'all had me laughing. Some of y'all definitely had me laughing with doing planks, but I was over here last night. If you guys, somebody went 14 minutes doing planks. When Mike said that, my eyes were like, what? 14 minutes? What was that guy, an Olympian athlete? I was watching, what's his name? Darian Edison, the NFL player. I think he did 4 minutes. I was over here happy. I'm like, great, I did 3.5. Terry Tuttle that's on here, he did 5.5 minutes. I was like, man, this guy over here, he's killing it. He did it after like a 12-hour day of work. Oh my God, I need to step my game up on the planks. Man, that's just crazy to me. That is definitely crazy to me. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it every day, but do it consistently because people will get used to it. They'll want to see it, and they'll want to see what you're doing every week. They're like, oh, what's that dare thing? What is it? And then they're going to see it again. They're going to see it again. Then what happens? You might have them go back and they're going to start scrolling every single week, and they'll watch them. Do you follow any type of 100 list, or did you during your startup? Yeah, I mean, okay. So when it comes to a follow-up list or a 100 list, yeah. So the way I do a 100 list, people that you know now, I will tell you this: biggest cold message turnoff if you message people that you went to high school with or middle school with, or these people that you talk to that you haven't talked to in 5, 6, 7, 8 years, bro, you got to rekindle a friendship with somebody like that. You might as well go ahead and be sending out 100 cold messages to people. That isn't going to work. I would tell you, cold messaging kills your credibility, but cold messaging kills your algorithm. Every single time that you send a cold message to somebody, mass messaging people, if it happens once every now and then, it's not a big ordeal. You send out 100 cold messages and you only get 3 people or 4 people that respond, you're killing your algorithm. Every time that you send a message to somebody and they open it and they don't respond back to you, it deems that relationship is irrelevant. Messenger has one of the biggest weights in the algorithm. So every time that you're sending out these mass messages to people and you've got all your friends that are potentially seeing your content, guess what happens? Now they're not seeing your content. Have you ever noticed that whenever you have somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, you haven't seen any of their content, they randomly maybe just shoot you a message, hey man, I haven't talked to you in years. How's everything going? Everything's great, blah, blah, blah. How about you? This, that. You guys catch up a little bit in Messenger. Now all of a sudden what happens? Their stuff starts popping up in your news feed. The Messenger weight is real, very much so. So be cautious about when you're mass messaging people, all right? 100's list to me, people that I know now, people that I've known, people that I've talked to in the last year, that it's not weird for me to go, hey man, I haven't talked to you in a couple of months. What's going on? That is different. Man, I will tell you, if you message somebody from 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they're a completely different person now than they are then. I tell everybody personally, everybody should be trying to better themselves every day. But people go through significant life changes every 6 months. So you message somebody I would try to keep it from 6 months on. Very much so. That is a 100's list to me. People that you know that it's not awkward if you message. Now, if it's a best friend that you haven't talked to in 2 years, yeah, it's probably okay. But don't just start up with, hey man, listen, I just started a new business opportunity. You want to help me out? Yeah, that might it's probably going to get you unfollowed. You really want to make sure that you're focusing on when you're sending these people these messages, message people with a purpose. Catch up with them a little bit. You know, maybe you don't pitch them the business right now. Just because you write out a 100's list doesn't mean that you need to message all 100 of those people in this hour and you need to send every single one of them a message. It doesn't mean that. All right. It means that that's something that you need to look at maybe over in an extended period of time. Maybe you do need to rekindle that relationship a little bit for 2 weeks before you talk to them about the business. Because what you'll find is as you progress and you get better with your relationship building in this business, people are going to naturally inquire to you about it. You're going to talk to people. I'll talk to people when I have a relationship with them and they'll go through my page and they're like, hey dude, I see that you're doing It Works. What's that all about? I don't even have to bring up the business opportunity. You shouldn't have to. That is the importance of posting consistently. People will get on your page and say, oh man, do those rap things really work? I get that all the time. Do you guys actually make money with that company? No, not at all. I work for free. Like, no, like, yeah, and I'll tag them in my story. Yeah, I mean, we retired in 7 months with the business. That's awesome. Oh, great. Yeah. Hey, leave it at that. Don't. That is, again, that's the importance of really, really making sure that you're posting quality, because when you're talking to people that you haven't talked to in a little while and you're rebuilding and rekindling those relationships, they're going to go back on your page and they're going to see what you've been doing, what's been going on. It's just natural. That's what I do. Somebody I haven't talked to in a while, they shoot me a message. The very first thing I do is I pull their page up and I scroll through their page. I want to see what they're doing. If you're posting, guess what? They're going to see your It Works post. They're going to say, hey man, so I see you're doing that at Works. What's going on with that? Are those supplements any good? Are the products any good? They see that you're going on this little ManDare challenge and that you're going through it and you're getting shredded and you're going on a weight loss transformation. Bet your ass they're going to ask you about the products and what's going on with them. Very plain and simple. So that is definitely something that I would recommend. I think I kind of went through and answered all the questions. Yeah, definitely did. I'm going to kill this recording real quick. Guys, have a good night.